stupid, yo. I can't believe I'm sitting here just finding out you got an OnlyFans page. Out of all these years, yo, the disrespect that comes with it, that you could have talked to me before you did it, that's bullshit, yo. That's I'm telling you, yo, that's up.
Wait, no, calm, but you're not gonna say me or that's up. It's not up.
You recording me? What the fuck you doing?
Listen, it's not fucked up, and
What you mean it's
we're
not
going
fucked
to.
up?
Okay, look, so I
Disrespectful,
have an
first
OnlyFans
of all.
page, and he's mad because he's just now finding out about it.
Of course I'm mad at you just finding
But
out about it.
I'm not doing it with anybody but myself,
It
so
don't
why should I have to
matter.
tell you my
It
choice,
don't
my
matter.
body, my
I'm your
body, my
lover.
fucking
I'm your lover.
choice?
I'm your-
The disrespect is real.
Is she off her rocker or something?
She must be.
I mean, first of all, it's already a violation that you've got an OnlyFans behind your husband's back without his consent. When you marry somebody, you're supposed to make compromises. Now, maybe you were hoeing beforehand, and then you guys got married and there was some sort of understanding. That's what I would assume. And now you've gone behind his back and you're saying, my body, my choice. Are you an idiot?
Even if she had it before she got with him, when getting with someone and getting into a relationship or marriage, you should be telling them about these things. And obviously she would have known he wouldn't have been okay about it, which is why she never told him. And
The fuck is she recording?
you're married. Why do you think it's okay for you to be showing off your body online to other men
Yeah. Not
for
only
money?
that, they're having a domestic in the house. Why is your phone on?
Why are you recording it?
Why are you documenting this? The only thing that I can think of is I know Joe Smith is a retired NBA player, and I don't know what his living conditions are like now. I've heard of a lot of NBA players that were very popular in the 90s and early 2000s that are like not broke but don't have much going on. I could see this being promotion to promote her OnlyFans,
Yeah, but
like staged to make some money for them.
oh, what, this whole video set up?
I could imagine people doing something like that.
Maybe.
But
He looks genuinely pissed though.
assuming that she's actually trying to tell her man that he has no right to be angry. I mean, we even got into the end of this video and it's already pissed me off. The nerve. When you get into a relationship, you can't just do whatever you want. You can't just be making an OnlyFans behind your man's back. What the hell is wrong with you? Now, the other thing is that if he's an ex-NBA player and he didn't like fumble his money, then what's he going to do now? Is he going to divorce her? Because she's going to take half his shit. She's put him in a mix-up. What can he do right now?
Yeah, but you can't stay with someone who won't even negotiate with you. Like, she's got no consideration for his feelings and emotions in this situation. It's just all about her, which I think is unfair.
This is mad. I'm very curious to see what she says next.
Partner, you supposed to come to me and talk to
Joe,
me
I've
about
been talking to you about mad things. I've been asking for solutions to shit. You not giving me none, so I created one.
it. That's no solution. Not in my book. That's no
You knew
solution.
who the fuck I was when you met me.
Before,
Before,
we met, yeah, I
and
knew
I
that.
thought that I would never have to go
man,
back
get
to
out of
anything
here.
like
I knew
this
that
again.
beforehand,
But
but
unfortunately,
no.
that's not the case
'Cause after
right
that,
now.
after that, everything's supposed to change.
So yeah, by the sounds of it, financially it's sounding a bit difficult.
And it sounds like she was hoeing beforehand. They got married.
Yeah.
She stopped doing it out of respect for him, as you should.
Yeah.
And now she's gone behind his back because maybe times are tough and she's hoeing again. But the thing is, why wouldn't you say to him that this is what I'm considering doing, rather than having him find out and destroying the fabric of your relationship?
There's that, but also I understand she's changed and not done it since getting with him, but if she was like that before, then he can't be too surprised because he knows that's what she has done before and is capable of doing.
No, if you marry somebody and you both make a commitment to each other and you're like, look, this was in my previous life and I don't like the fact that you were doing this, and you both commit to each other, that's out the window now.
Of course, yeah, but it's just kind of like a
Yeah, well, this is another lesson. Don't marry hoes. That's basically the lesson.
cheating
here.
never changed its spots or some shit like that. I
Yeah.
don't know.
If a girl's doing corn beforehand and she agrees to give it up, don't like. Yeah, it's kind of messed up that she would go back to it, especially behind your back. But lesson here is don't marry hoes. She wants to hoe in her own time. That's up to her. I don't even care how people take that. Like, I'm not even shit on her. She wants to sell her body online from and expose herself like that, that's up to her. But I don't think you should marry women that are doing that. I don't think that those women are marriage material, in my opinion. That's my opinion. Okay, I don't believe that they're marriage material, and I don't believe that majority of them will completely step away from that. I don't believe their minds will completely move away from that. It's just not worth the hype, man. Look at the shit she's coming out with. You knew me beforehand. What the fuck? Who is this? Is she 10 years old?
Everything did change.
No. Obviously it
Everything.
hasn't.
No, it had to. I had
Obviously
to do something.
It hasn't. You stood out there showing your body. You stood out there doing stuff like this on camera.
You act like that's the only thing that I do. I have mad jobs, but they're not facilitating everything that needs to be done. So I got something extra. OnlyFans be breaking me off. What the fuck?
Come on, Keisha, with that. It don't matter what they breaking you off. It's the disrespect that comes with it.
What
You
disrespect?
couldn't come and talk to me about it.
Okay, well, we're talking about it now.
Because I had to find out on the fly.
All right, then. But now, okay.
No,
So, wait.
I had to find out on the fly.
So now you know.
Yeah, now I know.
Okay. And so? Whatever. I've been doing what I have to do, period. Like, that's bottom line. That's what it is.
She says, oh, now you know. This is how the man finds out. Not only does he find out, I don't even know how he came across it, but she records him and then posts it online to shame him.
What in the Jada Smith is this?
Yeah, for real, man. What is going on here? What is going on? Where is the respect? You don't do this shit when you're in a relationship. I mean, look, people do all kinds of out-of-pocket things, but there's levels. Open up an OnlyFans behind your man's back is crossing every line. It don't matter if you're not doing it with another man. You are exposing your goods online. You can't be doing that shit. Not without his approval. I don't care what feminist... Oh, what do you mean? Yeah, you don't do that without your man's approval. Are you crazy? Who does it? I mean, imagine you found out your man was stroking his dick online for money. You'd be like, you fucking retarded or something. We're in a relationship. What the fuck are you doing?
It's not even that. I wouldn't even like to be with a man who does that shit.
Yeah, well, TMZ interviewed her, of all people to interview her. So she's going to give a statement about what's been going on.
I guess the first question is, where's Joe?
How are you guys doing?
Where's Joe?
He's pretty pissed off with me. So he's been, I think he's at his sister's house. He's not talking to me right now. So, yeah.
Keisha, how long ago, obviously we saw in the video that Joe's saying he had no idea that you had this account. How long is the account, have you had the page?
I've had the page for at least over a year. It's on my Instagram and my LinkedIn, but that's what happens when you don't pay attention to your wife, period.
No, I'm sorry. That's a load of cowabunga. That's not what happens when you don't pay attention. That's not a get out of jail free card. You don't open up a fucking OnlyFans behind your partner's back, okay? That's just it. There's no ifs, buts, or maybes. And what the hell are you crying over? You did this. You said whatever. Now you know. You did this. What did you expect? I'm sorry. Did you think that you married a simple something that he was just going to take it? You shamed the man and you put it online as well. And now you're crying. These crocodile tears, man. Imbecile.
And, you know, he has a friend that he's been entertaining, and she decided that, you know, she wants to really put a bigger, you know, wedge in our relationship. So she went digging around my page and was like, oh, do you know that she has this? And it blew up from that. And it's no secret, Joe's financial issues, you know, and I have always made a good life for myself, you know. Before I met Joe, I was living overseas in Europe, and I had established myself as a singer, you know, and I came back here, you know, thinking that with his persona and who he was, once we got together and I found out who he was, that it would only take off, you know, other things. But, you know, not everybody's hustle and drive are the same. And depression is a serious thing also. So, you know, I've been just like, you know, supporting and dealing and going through his trials and tribulations with him.
So
As
in
a
other
partner
words,
should.
she only practically really got with him because she thought it was going to boost her career.
Yeah. She was using them as like a. Do you know who she is?
No.
Her name's Keisha. She said she's a singer. I've never heard of her.
Keisha.
Keisha. Or Kesha or something like that.
It's not Joe Smith. 1 second, let me just check. Anyway.
Well, I know who Joe Smith is. I don't know who this woman is. Probably singing at bingo halls, and she saw this guy and thought that she could boost her career for it. I mean, she said, you knew what I was doing before this, so was she also doing corn on the side?
I've started several businesses, you know, I've been doing a lot, like, and I just figured out, I have a home in Cape Verde I'm trying not to lose, and a roof over here we're trying to maintain that we almost got kicked out of. So I just kicked in the drive and did what I had to do, you know, and he won't do it. So I had to, and I'm sorry, you knew I was an adult video star when you met me. So if I would do anything for my own survival, then what makes you think that would change now?
Because when you get into relationships, you're not supposed to be selfish like that. That's why. You're not supposed to just do things with yourself in mind. You're supposed to do it with your partner in mind. That's the whole point of a unity.
Correct. However, if they're in really bad financial difficulty and she's expressing it to him and he's not doing anything about it, what is she supposed to do? What would you recommend in that sort of situation?
Well, we're going based off the assumption that he's not trying to do anything off it. I still wouldn't recommend taking your clothes off online because you're married. You get married in the eyes of God, right? You go into a church and get married, and then you start doing that in a relationship behind your husband's back. That's not an answer. Even if I don't have an answer for you right now, that isn't it. That's just not, I mean, you wouldn't do that, right? That's not what you do.
No, but I'm just asking, as a woman who's asking your man for help and guidance and he's not doing anything, what are you supposed to do?
I'm sure there's something else. I don't know what it is, but this can't be the only thing. In our big wide world, the only thing that you could think to do is take your clothes off whilst you're in a marriage. That's all we could think of. Even if we go on the assumption,
it's quick money and it's good paying money.
Is it worth your marriage though? That's the question.
I don't think quite frankly, I don't think she gives a shit.
True.
Yeah.
I don't think she really cares about the marriage. I think she cares more about the money. But no, I mean, to normal people that might be struggling financially, unless it's consensual and you're both like, right, we're both going to do this together and we're going to, put ourselves online and make money. But if one starts doing it behind the other's back, then you're like, what are we doing here? That's just not what we do in marriages.
When I retired from the adult industry, I promised myself, if I don't sing, I don't eat. So when, my music career wasn't popping here when I left Germany and I stayed here for him, I figured, I would, start a business. I started a puppy friend social club business, a dog sitting business. And then COVID happened and that screwed everything up. I have a moving company, that he actually works for me. Like he works for my moving company. I'm tired of being the one to figure shit out. So I figured it out the best way I know that can maximize the money that needs to come in, because I'm tired of living I'm tired of living minimal, It's not fair. And I don't understand how you could have had such a maximized life and be so content. This is ridiculous. But we've been together for almost 13 years, though. We've been together since 2012, like after his retirement. And it really wasn't a retirement that he wanted. It was a forced retirement because he just got locked out after the lockout in the 2011 lockout. You guys remember, right. He just never got a new job. Nobody wanted him anymore. So, there was a depression, and I've been dealing with all of this stuff. And I'm sorry, I'm not sorry for what I'm doing. I'm just sorry that he can't understand that that wasn't a selfish decision. It was a decision that I made. I made an executive decision when my man wasn't taking the lead.
She's talking the most shit right now. She did it behind his back. That's it. You didn't walk up to him and say, look, you're not pulling your weight. We are in financial ruin. Although I don't know if they're in financial ruin or if she just wants to live a luxurious lifestyle again. It's kind of making it sound like they're getting by, but she wants the Ferraris and the glitz and the glamour.
She did say, as someone practically who had it all, how are you content living like this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
She's airing out his dirty laundry, boy.
Yeah, and
No one wanted you.
yeah, like that's such. I mean, you're embarrassed. You've not enough that you recorded it and put. I mean, the thing is, yeah, Joe could have found that footage of her online or found her OnlyFans, and they had that argument in private. And her OnlyFans would have still been there, but the whole world wouldn't have known what's going on. But she put her OnlyFans on the video up. The whole world has seen it now. So that's why I was like, is Joe in on this? Like, is this promotion to bring in more money? Because this is going to drive more eyes to her OnlyFans.
Can I be honest? Personally, I don't think he's in on it, but I do think she's done it on purpose as a marketing strategy and stunt. Look, it's getting it. Look, TMZ are interviewing them. It's getting the name back out there, getting the attention and the eyes on them. A lot more people are probably going to subscribe to her OnlyFans to see what sort of content it is she's posting. So I think it is a marketing strategy. She's using the resources and the platforms that she has.
Yeah, I think this woman's, there's no other way to say it. I'm always honest. I know some people don't like some of the things I say, but I think she's a bit of a scumbag for this. Going behind her husband's back and doing that and then airing him out on TMZ, of all the platforms to do it on TMZ, and recording him when they're having a domestic. She's a bit of a scumbag.
I really love Joe. I love him. If he never speaks to me again, I still will do things to help him or whatever I can because he's my family. You know, he's like an intricate part of my life and I just want the best for us. And I wish he wanted that also. That's really where I'm at. You know, I wish that he wanted the best for us because he's not really wanting the best for himself. So I can't expect him to do for him what he can't do for himself, I guess. And that's why I just did what I had to do.
Have you drawn that line in the sand that you will continue doing OnlyFans?
Unless something else happens that, you know, changes that, no, I'm going to continue my OnlyFans. I think as a couple and just him individually, he needs counseling to help find out how to re-find himself and find his new place in the world. You know, it's really hard once you've had a major career. You were the number one draft pick, and then everything ends. You know, how do you deal with that? I don't want to be alone, but you know, if that's what it has to be, that's what it has to be. But I don't think we'll have a divorce. I don't think so. I think he'll come around.
So yeah, it sounds like the guy's been depressed for a long time since losing his career.
I don't believe a goddamn word she's saying. I think she's just spicing up to make it more justifiable. She's sitting there going, I love Joe. I want the best for Joe. If Joe says the best is you not stripping online, then do that. Otherwise, you want the best for yourself. Just be honest and say it. That you're doing this for yourself. You want the glitz and the glamour. You were very concerned about his lifestyle being up here. And now it's like, I guess, mediocre by your standards. I don't even really know what the situation actually is. All I know here is she has embarrassed this man. She's gone behind his back. And then she's done an interview with TMZ, further embarrassing him.
Body count seems to be
No, my body count is very low. Sorry. I don't consider, okay, my personal, I just talked to Joe about that about a little while ago when we were arguing. I was like, my personal body count is low. I don't consider work. It don't matter.
Oh, work
That's
bodies don't count. The
work
52
bodies
titles don't count.
No.
So you count the other bodies and then you count the two, it's two different bodies for one for Kiss.
No.
And the other
Keisha, me, the woman, you know what I'm saying? Like, her body count is low.
Okay, but the porn star.
You know, she's
outside.
Yeah, she outside.
Okay.
Only problem with that is they're two different names but the same body.
It don't matter. It's two different personas.
Ooh, okay.
So
you know, you cannot like that whole industry is a big mental thing, you know, and you have to separate yourself from that. And so right now the lines are blurred for me. It's kind of fucked up, you know, but
like,
all good.
but how does this? Because we see you getting emotional about it, right? So how does it really make you feel? Are you upset that the backlash you're getting, or because you seem pretty like free and you don't mind what people see, so you mind what people say?
I've honestly never given a, you know, about what anyone says or thought. I would never have done that in the first place, you know.
So the crocodile tears and all that BS about loving him and wanting the best for him, no, I don't buy any of it. She's full of shit as far as I'm concerned. She saw the money she was getting for showing her coochie online, and she's continuing it even if it upsets her man. Yeah, he's going to need counseling because of you. Because his wife is online showing her bits. That's why he's going to need counseling. You are the problem. And then you go on TMZ and start crying. Nobody in their right mind believes the bullshit coming out of your mouth.